Flavour of the month selections for the All Blacks are not viable long-term. Tupu Vari's injury is a huge blow to the All Blacks. Only a handful of established All Blacks have maintained or improved on their previous standards since Scott Robertson and company took charge. Vari is one of them. You can add Ardie Saviour, obviously, Cam Roigard, Cody Taylor, and probably Tamati Williams too. The names stop springing to mind after that. You see, I have a theory about Robertson and his coaching staff, and that it's that they don't make very good, or even adequate players better. No, they kind of just make them worse. Instead of improving what they've got, the All Blacks, brains trust, defaults to picking new blokes and hopping their athleticism and enthusiasm fill the void in tutelage. Rico Ione appears to be yesterday's man now. Sevu Reece and Anton Lienert-Brown the same, a bit like David Havili before them. Caleb Clark's hardly first choice, and Billy Proctor's poised to become an afterthought as well. You don't get much runway with these guys. Just ask Christian Leo Willie. Leray Carter, Simon Parker and Fabian Holland are flavour of the month at the moment, just as Wallace Satiti was this time last year. Quinn Tupac is new to this coaching group as well, and basking in the warm glow of the coaching staff's approval for the time being. I don't know about you, but I thought New Zealand's Rugby Championship campaign was unsatisfactory on the whole. The team was okay against Australia and did take a test off South Africa, but losing to Argentina and imploding against the Springboks was a really poor look. If I was enthused about anything during the competition, it was Saviour, Roigard, and the new boys. That worries me in a couple of senses. First, that most of the senior pros hardly fired a shot, and second, that there's a limited supply of other potential debutants. Because, let's be fair, the modus operandi isn't to get more out of what you've got, but to select someone else entirely. Are any of the Barretts better for their involvement with this coaching staff? How about Damien McKenzie? Will Jordan's so good that, like Saviour and Roigard, it almost doesn't matter who's in charge? I mention those guys because they always get picked whenever fit. Others are not so fortunate. Samaipni Fainau and Asafo Ormua should probably be making alternative plans. Injuries meant Pasilio Tosi got a bit of gamma time in Perth on Saturday, but he's a peripheral figure too. I see this selection group throwing a lot of darts at the board, and yes, they do hit the odd bullseye, with Holland definitely being one. But will we see much of George Bell again? What about Luke Jacobson, Ethan Blackadder and Dalton Papali'i? Are Ollie Norris, Duplessis Kirifi and Ruben Love going to kick on? Or should they emulate Mark Tellier and Harry Plummer and try their luck elsewhere? It's easy to opt for bright, shiny new toys. The potential's limitless, at least until they've played a couple of games and it becomes clear there's one or two flaws to tidy up. A scattergun selection approach is one thing, but I do harbor concerns about how quickly players are discarded and suspect the problem isn't necessarily them, but the quality of coaching they receive. There's sufficient talent in the All Blacks squad, and hopefully always will be, to ensure they continue to win more games than they lose. But at the risk of laboring the point too long, this is a team winning on ability alone. I'm not seeing anything to suggest there's much method behind it.